What's up, everybody? It's the MomoCon 2025 vlog here on this channel. There's literally no other channels that we can watch this in. I don't know what you guys were expecting. Fourth ever MomoCon. I'm actually attending in my current designated life here. I went in 2018. Went in 2023. There's vlog footage of that one. Last year, 2024, vlog footage. Problem is last year I didn't do that well in recording. I should fix that this year. There's really nothing more to it. So that's my new goal this year, is to get a little bit more of the convention stuff that I'm doing throughout. I don't think I'm gonna be recording any of the pals that I'm gonna be hanging around with, just because I don't know, they're camera shy or they're not all for it. But yeah, this should be a lot of fun. A handful of my friends who are in the Splatoon commentary circle are going. I'm gonna try to catch up with them as well. They've been reaching out to me for any other givings here on MomoCon, but this year a lot of my Splatoon pals are going that went to Riptide this past year. And if we fast forward now, they're either guests or they are participating in the event. I'm not participating in the event. One because I haven't played the game in a while, and then two, I just have other things I wanted to do. So that was really all there was to that. Anything else that I'm currently thinking about for footage? Last year we got to day one on very tired energy, and then we left on day 4 morning because we couldn't experience simply because of Memorial Day timing. So I'm like, it was like, well, I wish we could have experienced a little bit more. This year we arrive on the evening of day 0, and then we leave on Memorial Day this go around when the convention ends on Sunday. So it gives us some time to relax. I'll probably just be doing some other stuff or chilling with others, and that's really all there is to it. So we get to stay an extra day and enjoy whatever we can out of this event. Probably for the first time in a while, which is kind of a nice little trade-off after what I did for MagFest this year, where I only arrived for day 0 night and then left on the last day during the evening. My only regret after looking at the schedule was I thought Splatoon would run a little later in the day, but apparently it's just an early morning thing and you're done. So I guess it's my only chance to really just explore the event before it closes down and we just call it a wrap. So that's usually how that goes this time for that circle. I'll figure out what to go from here. Other happenings here, for just like Otakon, it's a convention that doesn't have throne controllers. Normally, I'd usually have a tradition to go to that event and just record a little bit. Last year, I didn't even record. This year, I can't record anyway because they're not even hosting a panel for that one. So we get to have a little bit of an interesting gear shift change here, where we basically get to run this event like we do for our Solo Chill Vibes event when I did Otakon 2023. Same with Riptide. So this is going to be fun in a very different way, but I think it's going to be a really good way too. We get to be a little bit more open-ended with our schedule as well. Speaking of that, why is it as open-ended as I'm making it out to be? If you know the meme from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, or the scene where Will Smith just looks at the living room and it's all emptied out because everybody's moving out and they're moving on to their next chapter, where Will Smith looks at the empty room, think of it as me arriving at the empty room and then realizing that there's nothing there. That's because I'm the only holdover from the convention group that I usually go to this year. 3 of my pals aren't even going this year. One had a scheduling conflict, and 2 expressed, and one of them didn't have any interest to go to MomoCon when they went to MagFest earlier in the year. And now we turn it the other way around. Now it's just me. There's like a few other people in the circle of TRG side that I'm usually around that are going, and then some of them are not. So I'm like, y'all, couldn't you have done anything to keep me company here? Jokingly speaking. I'm sure with the way I work, I probably will figure out a way to still enjoy myself. So it's gonna be interesting to have that be a slight change of pace, but this isn't the first time. It's basically I got to run it the same way I did in MagFest 2022 and Otakon 2023. Goals for this vlog that I want to do that I didn't do last year is I want to record a lot more of the convention itself. I wanted to record Throne Controllers last year. I just had it was kind of cramped, so there was also people who were kind of camera shy, so I didn't want to deal with any of that. And the second problem is I need to show off the arcade. That's the one thing I completely forgot last year. I didn't go around that because I had some friends that were in the casual competition. I had some friends that were willing to crowd around there. This year, I am still going to do casual competition. That's hopefully the goal. I'm still going to try to get some footage from the Splatoon tournament venue. I'm definitely going to go back to the merch hall and go through the 16 plus rows of merch that I always keep saying, or maybe that was 13, maybe it's 19. I don't even know what the number is anymore. And that's going to be the excitement that I have for this event. Also for recording for y'all's prosperity as well, in case you guys ever have ideas of going to MomoCon down the road. I know for this will be my fourth one, there's probably nothing new that's exciting. I probably should try to do panels a little bit more or some other events. But I just have to get some interest in doing those. So I'm sure my tune is going to change. It's going to be pretty different. But for now, we're just rolling it like it is. So hopefully some new unique footage I can do. Hopefully even the basic ones, just traveling is good enough. I'll try to record what I can out of day 0, for sure. While I arrive, it's gonna be a night flight, but at least I get this rest that I need to do day 1 without too many issues. That's the goal. So we will see you guys in a couple days. Recording this on Monday, May 19th, a little bit during the afternoon. So let's just see how this event plays out. Hopefully, it's just as fun as the rest. Made it to the airport in virtually no time. We were down about 10 minutes late. That wasn't a big deal. Kind of made my walk around both concourses here at this particular nondescript airport, which will probably get pretty exposed. So we are on our way. We're about to be boarding right now. This is going to be a really quick 20-second plus footage of me talking to you guys about what's planned for MomoCon. Well, it's simple. Get to Atlanta, get to the hotel, eat, and possibly take a nap. You get the idea. We're going to be out of here soon. They're just about to board, so I can't do much to say here other than I made it to the airport safely. Hope to see you guys hopefully here to see you guys when we land. Here at the hotel room in Atlanta, Georgia. We're just chilling right now. I basically, where did I last left you guys off? I went to the airport earlier today. Basically did the quick 20-second or less vlog, basically, and then called it that. And now we're gonna basically be we basically are sitting here in day 0 chilling a bit. I wanted to go down the Irish pub down the street, the Meehan's Public House. Try out their food. Unfortunately, they closed their kitchen, so I found myself contemplating in a Hard Rock Cafe down the street because it was the closest thing to me. And I did not want to necessarily walk outside Atlanta longer than I need to, so I kind of just ended up going there. I understand Bronze, Siren, and Splatver's logic. Apparently, it was slow, and I'm like, I must have been really dead lucky the entire time that I've had decent service in restaurants, but boy howdy, that was I understand the legends now. But we're here, we got food in the system. I went back to the Irish pub down the street just so I can get a drink as I normally do, and that's where we went through. I also saw the Hibiscus Splatoon team. It was funny because I was just walking back to the hotel, staying at the Hotel Indigo, and that's where I'm at. And it was kind of funny because I didn't expect, I think it was Yogopoke I ran into, along with Verde and others, and I was just sitting there like, wait, you guys were staying here too? Then I saw Frosty, and then I'm like, okay, I gotta surprise him now, and that's kind of how that played out. Frosty gave me a huge hug, by the way, so that was really cool. I didn't realize they were going to MomoCon this year. I was kind of shocked, but that also tells me people out there are going out to MomoCon here in Atlanta for not just a Splatoon event, and I'm here for my own selfish gain. So this already makes the trip so much worth it right away from day 0. We're hoping to go full 4 days, just do whatever the heck we can to chill and have fun. That's what I wanted to do. I am a little out of it at the moment. It's been not really a long travel day at all. Considering the fact that I slept on the airplane about 20 minutes into the flight, so I should tell you where my brain was at. And really nothing more to it. I just gotta unload my backpack now, so I can get that ready to go for convention planning, and that's all I'm gonna do. I do see that there's Keurigs in here, so that makes me feel pretty happy, but I gotta check the waters in there, so I'm not trying to the point. That's what I get for being obsessed with coffee. See, if you give me a coffee machine, that makes me feel great. But nothing, yeah, honestly, nothing more to it. We're just here. I'm just winding down a little bit. Just getting the room all set to go. I'm gonna need to get my friend out here to get him the keys to the room at some point and see where to go from there. So hopefully tomorrow we kick off MomoCon in great fashion. I'm probably gonna eat at the Metro Diner at first thing in the morning, maybe last thing too after a good workout because I feel really pudgy. And hopefully I can wake up in time to do the workout and do some other stuff. We'll see you guys in a minute. I am gonna go rest and take it easy. Day one is now upon us here at MomoCon. I got my outfit already set up. It's the MomoCon jersey from years past. I love wearing these dang things, by the way. I especially love when they have esports jerseys there too. Got my Waddle Dee hat. I should be good and all set to go. My room buddy, who will be also going to this event, will actually be arriving later tonight. So I'll probably have my day cut short because of that, but that's all right. Probably don't want to try to venture on Atlanta for too long, so that's probably a good thing. Basically just working. Basically I just woke up this morning. I thought I could get a lot of sleep. No, my body just kind of worked the way it usually did. And basically went ahead and just went ahead and hit the gym. Got myself a quick CVS run, which is just basically hydration itself. I already had to fill up my half a water bottle of the water that they sell over there. Kind of just decided for that. It all just tasted the same anyway. And that's kind of how the day goes. Gonna probably meet up with the commentators. Hopefully, just to see them for the most part. The hall just doesn't open until 2, so I'm gonna probably just be chilling here for a little bit longer before I head out. And then we'll get you footage of the actual venue. Only thing I'll say right now is not a whole lot has changed since last year, other than the fact that if you have the Will Smith meme where he just stares at an empty house, because that is basically me right now. It's just me. Some of my other people I know are in a different hotel, and then all the Splatoon folks. All people from my circles are not here. Please help me. Will I survive? Time will tell. See you guys later. We'll hopefully be at the venue, and I'll probably report more food adventures. What is up, everybody? Day one resuming now here in this little cement corner here. Line's now officially moving as we speak. I just caught up with most of the guys here. The Shiny Hunter Zach. Also had a friend from the TRG circle that we were just hanging out chatting with. Did my usual food spiel too, so I knew I had to do it to him. But I was able to catch up with them. We got to talk Splatoon and a lot of cool things. So that's really nice, and it was a good time to burn before the line before the line started moving. So we're just waiting for the line to move a little bit more before we enter the merch hall. It is pretty packed right now, anyway. So just trying to see where that all ends up. Thursday again, currently no plans currently, so hopefully I can get some footage of the merch hall. I think today is going to be my only day I can do all of what I wanted to do before tomorrow hits, where I'm going to be supporting the rest of before I start supporting the rest of the group. So we'll probably make our way downstairs here in just a bit, but hopefully we got to wait for the line to kind of move a little bit more before we do that. So see you guys in a bit. Hopefully I can get more merch haul, and hopefully I don't spend too much money. 19 rows of merch to walk through, all in one day, as I ideally don't want to try to take too many breaks in between sets. Oh boy. I'm glad they got a history of the MomoCon haul here, all the way back to 2020, all the way back to 2005. There's some of their 20th anniversary stuff here. But it is officially time to go through 19 rows of merch and see where to go from here. Oh boy, this is gonna be a lot of walking. I'm already at 10,000 steps right now, so this is gonna be a lot more steps to walk through. But hopefully I don't get suckered in by the merch, which means I absolutely will, and I will need to be careful. I gotta love it sometimes. Let's roll. Let's see if we can get through it. Next up, the Artist Alley. Kind of explored a little bit more than I should. I wanted to check out if there were any plushies or anything I wanted to bring home. I wanted to limit my t-shirt purchases for the day, or for the weekend, and as it evidently turned out, yeah, there weren't much. T-shirts were tempting, but I have way too much right now, so I needed to slow it back, dial it back a bit. So we're just gonna see where we go from here. I saw an MomoCon Happy I wanted to buy at some point. But I'll revisit it here in a bit. Right now, though, we gotta visit the Artist Alley. What a rewarding day. Day one in the books, basically. I don't think I'm going to have enough in me to return back. Not that I would, because it's basically a convention that basically I want to make sure that I get the most out of. Day one pretty much did my merch run. Did a little bit of recording I could for that. Not much to explore there. Shouts to Tori and Bugslap, by the way, for gift bombing me. I sent them to Falco as well. I sent Falco their way too, so that I can basically get him the same gift bomb as well. So that's kind of where that's kind of where that happened. Got to meet up with the rest of the Splatoon folks. I kind of went mind blank there because it's been exhausting. It's only been 8:30. The only regret I had is I wish I stayed there a little longer, but I got to get my roommate in here later in the day. So we're just trying to see what we the most that we can make out of this. And all that being said, I got the Wolves game later today too. I got that on the TV right now, so I still got to rep my Wolves at this point. But I'm pretty much tired, so I got to rest my legs. I walked about close to 20,000 steps. I got both my feet were kind of feeling it, but all the flow is going through my legs pretty well, and I'm really happy about that. So, we're gonna get to do day two. I gotta wake up a little early for day two, so I can then head over to the venue a little early and get breakfast. I just wasn't really hungry today, so even with the Metro Diner food, so it's probably just gonna be a quick salad refuel at the corner bakery up north, and then just see where the day goes. If I can avoid if I can keep my energy intake intact, I should be good to go the entire night. So I hope that's what I plan on doing for Friday. So we'll see you guys later. It's me with my sunglasses as we just arrived here at the for day two of the event. My room buddy arrived yesterday night, so he's getting his registration badge pickup. So we're giving you guys a live view of the day two registration line for the most part. Pretty chill. Went back to the day one I mentioned before a little earlier than anticipated, but there wasn't really anything in day one that I wanted to do after 8, so it worked out in my favor. There wasn't a whole lot. Today is a busy day coming up ahead. I got the Super Mario World race coming up, then gonna be supporting my Splatoon folks. I'm probably gonna skip the Puzzle League tournament this year. There's no interest for me. Plus, I really want to cheer on the Splatoon guys that are participating. Tetris tournament at 7:30, and then I'm hoping to do Link to the Past if I qualify for that. So that is the current plan right now. So all in all, busy day. I had breakfast earlier at the corner bakery out east. So we're doing quite well. Hoping that they have a crowd camera at the Splatoon tournament, so I can show off a very hilarious meme that's in my backpack. But if they don't, it makes it easy. I don't have to worry about packing too much for Saturday if we get to that point. So kind of a lot of things to look forward to for this Friday. I want to catch up with the commentators at some point just to chat with them and see what the vibes are. But right now I'm waiting for my room buddy to get his badge since he arrived late yesterday. And that's really all we're at. So hopefully we get our round 2 of the convention hall in just a few moments. Hopefully I can show off more than what I showed off yesterday. So we're already off to a bad start in terms of getting unique MomoCon footage. Hopefully that changes. Splatoon tournament now live here at MomoCon, Station 3 in its own concrete window. It's going all the way that way for pools. If you guys want to have a vantage idea on how Riptide is condensed, well, Riptide is condensed into these 4 stations. I think we're going to have the main stage be over there in that general direction, but I think they're setting up. I think that's what's going on. I'll probably move myself over to main stage just to see what that experience looks like. But yeah, everybody's playing pools right now. Got to catch up with Kyon, Krim, and others in Falco, so this should be a lot of fun. I know.
Same thing. You can go live on Splatoon 21 if you want.
No, I don't. No, this doesn't have Wi-Fi capabilities. It's for my soon-to-be YouTube video for MomoCon as well.
Perfect.
I did it for Riptide last year.
I was thinking of streaming the wrestling event that we saw on Splatoon 2012.
If only.
We got all the technicians figured out. The Waffle House is here yet. Probably just say. Also, robotics. Be able to play against each other to kind of get your rounded out score, and the people who end up getting into the higher points will be able to move on to the top 16, into the silver, into the redemption. Kind of plays those players out where they're going to go. And everything's going to be best of 3 first day. Okay, I heard the bell knocks. That means we're going to start off the Rainmaker twice selected match. For those who we see here, it is 13 days. The team have been eyeing a little bit, right? It's going to be consisting of Stivo, Keto, Flores, and Joe. Has a lot of results underneath them. Keto specifically has been getting second place at Proving Grounds. Nothing to sneeze at.
Absolutely not. Proving Grounds was a tournament that was running for a while. It was pretty prestigious. We're going to get into Scorchboard here, which is found that it's notorious for not being able to get knockouts on due to the long ramp that you have to try and catch up at the end. We are seeing a heavy edit come out here. One of the commentators for the weapons along with that exam. So we should be seeing plenty of fast play thanks to those tactical moves.
Already got a huge flag coming out from Keto. Gonna nail to get them a very nice turn into that first checkpoint. So how does the game works, by the way? Is going to be able to break open that first checkpoint by climbing it all the way up to the top.
Yes, and right now, neither team has quite managed that, but we are seeing 13 days pull it off right now. 13 days going to be looking to move forward quickly here, already getting the Rainmaker pop, but there is a crowd change and a heavy edit time to get them out of there.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
Let me get the time right here. I got the 150.05 in Link to the Past. Let's see. I need to see people beat it because I'm like, there's got to be other people that can beat this time right here. I'm just coming back from the Puzzle League tournament. I got absolutely styled on. So finished second place, 6-0 sweep for I forgot what his name was. I gotta get his name later. The guy was a monster at level 10. I'm like, I've been so out of practice with Puzzle League for so long. I wasn't planning to sign up originally, but I had enough time to do it. So I'm getting second place after getting first a handful of years ago is good. I'm able to stay on pace with a lot of the really strong competitors. So it'll work out in the end. Right now, my commentary buddy Falco is, I think, casting pools right now, so I'm going to be hanging out over there probably for a while until we are about to get dinner. My voice is dying of a bit, so I got one cough drop here to ooze it a bit, and that'll be it. So We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back and vibe over there and see what happens. See you guys in a bit. A little further away from the venue, from the audience for this particular recording. Falco and I got Twin Smokers Barbecue. We kind of just had a chat about stuff while I was while we were eating dinner. I'm about to do the Tetris tournament here in a bit, so that's why I'm kind of over on this side of the gate because I don't want to have to walk around and deal with it for whatever it's worth. So right now we're just warming up the Tetris tournament. Link to the Past finished 139.10 on a Link to the Past beat Moldorm challenge. So we're probably going to be set to do the 10 p.m. Link to the Past run for whatever it's worth. And nothing more to it. Over that side, Mario Kart and Smash is kind of packed right now, so I'm not going to bother going over there. We're going to just give ourselves a quick little break, and we should, and hopefully I can kick some butt in Tetris or lose horrendously. Live report from the NES Tetris tournament so far. 2-0 round 1, 2-0 round 2. And I apparently 2-0'd the defending NES Tetris guy from last year. Justice was a phenomenal player. I unfortunately may have done a little more damage to him, so waiting to see what my next one is. We got the main stage up here. Actually, I don't think this is being streamed anyway. I think it's recorded, so hopefully I can continue that trend. Finally met my match in the latter part of the tournament. Retro Porter, person who recognized me, I think, from Puzzle League years ago. Best of me, it was really close. I lost 198 and then 193. It came down to just speed, speed and just him having to rely on misdraws. It just wasn't working. I got fooled by the 2-1 score, and I'm like, okay, maybe I have a chance, but the perfect run pretty much ended. I'm likely waiting on the player to my left, the guy who just eliminated Justice. I'll probably be facing against him in a worst case situation, but I'll have to wait and see how this one goes. I think I'm just waiting for a matchup to be done, and that will determine who I'm playing against. Fingers crossed. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make the Link to the Past if I stay alive, so let's see what happens.
Splash of that, so they're going to have the suction bomb, a great sub-weapon to get some cheeky splats, as well as the tri-strike, and that's something where if the tower does get to a particularly difficult checkpoint, it might be something nice to get, but already 3 down on the side of Brown Thrasher Fan Club. This is looking eerily like game 1.
Receive one regards to play so dominant. Twice is so good at riding the tower, contains so much space, and has so much control, and control there on the lightly, just going and causing chaos without any hesitation at all. Especially considering the absolute lack of ruler on board regards and off.
Yeah, and maybe an unsung part of that kit is actually the torpedo that allows you to mark where your opponent is and see exactly where you need to charge up that shot. Wow. Yet another wipeout force against Brown Thrasher Fan Club as they reach the final checkpoint, get into the single digits. A couple of suction bombs are going to force Amber to respect it. That gives PTW solo time to get on, but they're both taken down at an absolute steamroll in game 2.
Yeah, I mean, 100-0 is not something you see all the time. It's not.
We've embarked on vibes here at the Splatoon area. Wrap up to day 2 yesterday. Finished third in Tetris. Pretty disappointed with that performance, admittedly. I could have done a lot better. Even runner-up would have been better in that regard. But we finished third. That gave me enough time to run to the Link to the Past tournament. There is a story I should best describe as I got a medal for all the dumbest reasons. I'm sure the person that knows it already feels bad, so I'm not going to go too deep into that one. But after that was done, we head back to the hotel and pretty much slept the entire time. So we're as recharged as we can be. We're here on day 3, the last full day of the convention. I think this is expected to be another long day ahead of us. Nothing on the schedule so far other than just vibing with the groups here. We got redemption stages to my left, and that's where we stand currently. Not a whole lot happening on my side of the fence. No tournaments either. It would have been the Smash Ultimate one, but I overslept by a mile. So we're just running with the punches. Got nothing better to do. So we'll see what we can find. MC Aussie on the mic here for gold brackets, supporting my crew out here. That whole I did today, did my 2 runs of Denshin Day Go before I decided to forgive that up. Now it's time to see what other people are up to. I was wondering if they're going to be pulling this off, and this is going to be a lot of fun to watch. Going to be in the audience here for the most part. We'll see how this plays out.
All through, but yeah, it's just amazing to see all of these players here. And of course, they're here for the entire event of MomoCon too, as there was just a plethora of things that we could do, especially today. I think today is the busiest day.
By far. I would guess so.
I walked out about 2 hours ago to try and get food. I'm like, I don't know if I can get back in time. I gotta run back. So I was able to get a few quick snacks into me, and but it is perfect for sightseeing and looking at all the amazing cosplays that we have here.
I know we've talked about linear maps. This is the Viper and Umbrella going down 3 down on the side of Go, so it looks like Moonlight with your own advantage.
Yeah, and that's not to be unexpected, as they're going to try and get that done, but no, Swish is able to get that stop on Basil as they're trying to push forward with some of their specials here. So no one's going to be using the Kraken, pushing forward in front of the Rainmaker. Bubble really chasing out Parks and Trey. Can it take out Trey? No. Trey able to avoid that shot. Nolan is going to go down, but that's going to prolong this pop. Moonlight still looking to try and get this done, but they're not in a really good position quite yet.
Yeah, Kraken Royale, not as easy to pilot as the original Kraken from Splatoon 1, but some players still trying to make it work, and it does still give you that invulnerability while you are inside it. Trey guarding the Rainmaker, making sure that it does get fully reset. Back to spawn here. This is one of the easier first checkpoints to get to of any map in Splatoon 2, but as we mentioned previously, definitely a difficult second map. We see Omega going down there, I believe, to Trey 52, of course. With 52 in the name, you kind of expect them to be running the 52 gallon. That's what they're running today.
Right, and JJ's trying to take out Shadow. Nolan is going to
Playing so much more aggressively and so much faster, but the tent has Zuka out and you can't really approach. The other thing to really note here about Moonlight's comp is that 96 scale, not something we see a lot of, but really provides a lot of offense and defensive power.
Yeah, it's really interesting how quickly they're able to move in with this. We're seeing a lot of members from the side of Moonlight kind of straggling in and getting into the base of Ace of Spades. We're finally seeing a bit of a flip in the way that the game has gone so far. Max getting into a position to sit under this tent, popping that bomb. Their cooler's going to get popped, so we're looking at more specials getting used. But wow, oh my gosh, I think Basil taking out a couple members on their own off of Ace of Spades, and that's going to give Nolan the opportunity to run in with this Kraken and make some cleanup work.
Yeah, Kraken makes you invincible for a small amount of time and allows you to truly charge into spaces and then really space like we're seeing Nolan do here, although Thunder does manage to punish it, able to start moving back to the zone and looking to regain control for Ace of Spades.
I like the special control and the way that they've been holding off on using things a little bit early. That bubble is going to be coming off, but I can very strongly defend that one, knowing that they need to stall as much as possible here. They have very little penalty points left on board, and they're just a smidge away from that lead. So anything that's going to push them over the edge right now is worth going for.
Absolutely, and now we are seeing Shadow using that tent to pressure Max out. Yeah, having to fend off Trey, and the Rainmaker's still right there within potential grabbing range.
Wow, Go not letting anything go. No pun intended once again. They have not gotten out of their base. They're never going, okay, well, we're done with this push for now. We're good. We got it to 4 or 8, but, we're good.
You're not safe on Humpback until you KO'd.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think both of these teams, okay, by now!
Yeah, it seems like Peak is ready to prove that, too. Up in their faces, dodging out at the exact right moments, getting close to that hammer again, probably wanting to try and get it pretty quickly to help clear out that tent shield as much as possible. But JJ on that Tri-Slosher, cleaning up.
Wow, getting these great picks over side of that hill. It's just going to be one member left on the side of Yogurt running back into mid. Trey kind of spotting them out, chasing after them, but now we have these torpedoes getting popped. Whoa,
that's a good Zuka shot.
I love the yeets coming out from Yogurt today.
Yes, Yogurt seems to have Zuka aim completely locked down. Swish does manage to get taken out. That's a huge opportunity for Yogurt to consider starting to try another push, but there is a Kraken.
Yeah, Kraken we do have, and I'm hoping to see, at least for the side of Yogurt, to get this game moving a little further for them, is having these specials when they actually get past this elbow here. Before we had to use it just to even think of the checkpoint, but now that Kraken's going to be able to break through. Oh, movement coming out from Snore!
Oh!
Close to surviving there, but Parts just had that Kraken movement down. Balloon able to find the pick, but it's just Balloon left, getting cleaned up by Swish. And we're going to see another push here, because as long as you're pushing, they can't be.
Yep, I mean, hey, you have 8 on your scoreboard. You can play very comfortably, very aggressively. You're not really feeling threatened that the members of Yogurt are going to be able to get the same push here. So ticking down the clock as much as we can, trying to avoid an overtime situation here. Don't know how much time we have on that Rainmaker counter, but I don't think it's going to matter too much as long. I mean, if they're in that corner there, even if they go down, it's still
a track.
Inconvenient for them.
It is. Kika going to be trying to get some paint down, going to be trying to help find some picks. Has the hammer. Maybe they're trying to save that for the 10, but Trey's on the flank.
Trey!
Able to use it on Trey, able to keep the Rainmaker alive here in overtime. Hammer gets thrown. Tent shield is weak, but the Rainmaker's so far back, and there's Azuka.
Oh, this could be it. Oh, wait, we're using that incline. Storm is going to have to avoid it once again. Storm lives. Splat going to take
Oh, man!
behind. It's just going to be Balloon trying to defend. Kraken Slosher. Kraken getting behind, and Storm just could not avoid that many things getting tossed at him.
Yeah, Go said, okay, you took the first game. We're going to take the rest.
Wow.
What incredible gameplay there out of Go. Just so aggressive, so dominant.
Amazing work, really.
Yeah. I think the late lunch they managed to grab might have helped out.
Yeah. I mean, that's how things kind of crack through with a tournament like this. You might end up in like a silver bracket, and then from there you're like, okay, well now we're in silver pools into silver bracket into everything lining up. It can happen that way, and it can make it rough, but you have to make time to eat. Sometimes you want to wait for your friends, but other times you just have to sacrifice it. Yeah.
It's a land. You grab food when you get the chance. You're almost flash player.
Accuracy needed to do something like that is unreal, because Splash is all skill, no RNG.
Yeah, no RNG. And the other key thing there is Splash is not usually played aggressively, is the word I will choose to use. It is not an aggro weapon. It is a laid-back weapon. It is usually your support. It is getting its crabs. It is throwing its burst bombs. It is playing cleanup. It is your cleanup crew weapon, usually, not with Thunder.
Yeah, I mean, it is one of those crazy skill ceiling weapons.
Trey with them.
Oh!
Right before the
Zuka!
he activates.
Wait. Oh, Swish is able to take out tower. We have 2 people on the tower wrestling. Oh, that wiper is standing on there, but hey, we have somebody on the tower now.
We do.
Jump in coming in a bit late though.
Yes, it does happen. Really good push there at the end, just not quite enough to counteract that push to 8.
Yeah, and I think if we saw that maybe like a minute or 2 earlier, we would have been dealing with a different situation.
Mario Kart stage to the right.
Because they were a Splatoon for a minute.
Yes.
Splatoon stage to the left.
Yeah, we're gonna vote.
Left side of the grand finals.
You gotta be good at both.
Yep.
I think we got a huge
Did that.
set of Mario Kart coming up over here.
It's always very impressive.
Whatever it is, it sounds really intense because we just heard the crowd go nuts.
Such a long time. And also to get
I am barely keeping hanging on to my voice for dear life. So let's see how this plays out.
On that last checkpoint, once again, kind of moving our priorities elsewhere for a moment just to worry about that Brella who's now back on the tower.
Checkpoint cleared. They are going to tie out here.
That's it.
Wow, the pop-offs, the cheering. I mean, hey, done it. The handshaking feels like it's almost like too casual.
It does. Moonlight finally getting this win. They fought for it for years. Does almost is getting some tears in their eyes.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm feeling for them too. A team that immediate moves to the group hug is like that's a team that bonds together.
Yeah. And like Splatoon players all get along very well. Second is still an incredible result in this tournament. It is not a small feat by any means. 21 teams were here. That's over.
Just saw Moonlight 3-0 go, or the free flow pickup in our grand finals. It's just me right now, as originally plans were to get dinner with dinner with a few people, but we they had some other plans, so we decided, we'll just go out for solo dinner here tonight. Not a whole lot I have left in the tank. I got really tired because I was staying in the same area the entire time, so this feels a little bit more refreshing. My voice slowly hanging in there in the balance. Been drinking a lot of water at the very least, but I can tell it's very strained here, so we're gonna try to rest up just a little bit more than we need to. I don't know what my plan is tonight. I might just be hanging out at the arcades for about 5 hours probably. Didn't do any more shopping. I think we're just gonna count up at the $100 I spent at the merch hall, and I'm cool with that. I'd rather keep the spending low anyway. So that's all we're gonna spend. And that's all I got for most likely this weekend. We're just gonna go take it easy the rest of the way here tonight, and very familiar sightings here on day 3 where I'm walking downtown Atlanta to the restaurant. Hopefully not, but this time not requiring throwing controllers on the way back. Now just getting sustenance just to keep myself healthy, quote unquote, for the day. We'll see you guys on the other side once I get dinner and try to see if I can survive. We are still here at MomoCon, a departure from last year where I had to basically fly back at this time on day 4. But we are going to be hitting a breakfast and then heading out to the convention floor one last time before I basically stay another night. So that will be a lot of fun. So this will be a lot of fun. We get to maximize the time out here at MomoCon before things get a little too hectic. One thing for certain though, yesterday I wrapped up after getting a little bit of a rough dinner, I'll say. I basically chilled at the Mario Kart Double Dash Land area provided by Big Pickles. So that was pretty fun. We pretty much stayed out there for a couple hours at a time and just called it a day there. Nothing much to really note from that though. I think we're just trying to take today pretty easy. I got a tournament at 1 p.m. today I want to participate in before we wrap up the tournament. And that's really that. We got one last day, so I left a lot of my attire back at the hotel room. Not going all out for this particular one. You'll see me without the hat. I don't even have my sunglasses on, any of that nature, since there's nothing to show off. So we're off to the breakfast, get coffee for the morning, and then we're gonna hit the convention floor running. I probably forgot my hand sanitizer back at the hotel room, so I think I might be okay, but we'll have to see. I never trust sanitary conditions at a convention, I'll say that much. You can kind of see on this footage here, but this is almost virtually teardown day. We're basically just here until 4 or 5 maybe, but after that we got nothing better to do other than probably just head back and do some other stuff. So I might end up sleeping really once that happens, but I've came to my disgust that Corner Bakery is closed on Sundays, which I shouldn't be surprised about, but I am here. So instead I'm gonna probably hit up the I'm gonna go ahead and hit up the not Circle K, not that area. I'm gonna go ahead and hit up the lunch area at the C9 Tower and see if I can get some food in my system. Probably just gonna buy something cheap. It's not gonna be anything crazy today, since I want to spend the last day of the event and see where that goes. People are still walking to the venue, probably for one last time. It is a bit of a walk though, so some people will be dissuaded from doing that. I'm doing it today just so I can maximize the time I have at the event. After that though, it's gonna be a big wrap. The stage is set for Smash Brothers to happen, but I'm gonna be in a tournament at 1, so that ain't happening. The sad news is the Splatoon stage is all dark. It is the day after everything is torn down. So this stage is officially abandoned and I dare I say decrepit as much. I'll give you guys a quick behind the scenes of what the Splatoon stage is, because it's actually really easy to navigate through from this barrier. So I don't need to make the hop over for this. I doubt there's any Splatoon guys that are going to be here today. I think they're all probably going to be flying out. I'm saying an entire day. I think just due to a communication shenanigans. I wish it was one of those things where if you're booking travel, you probably could have the option to leave Sunday night, but whatever. It's a whatever moment. Situation. So these are all the Splatoon this is all the Splatoon setup that's here. So we got a station right here, a station right there, station over there, and then a station on the far end. I'm gonna walk over to all 4. That's how they had it all set up. It was enough to run a lot of matches consecutively for 21 teams, and it wasn't too bad, especially for pools. The problem is you had to make the trek from here all the way out to the Splatoon stage, so you had to have 2 TOs be in constant communications with each other to basically make it work. But other than that, it was pretty cool. I mean, it was awesome just to be able to hover over here and then see all the action without like feeling like you had to interfere or enter the area. So that was really nice. But that's really the preview of how that Splatoon stage got set up. We are surrounded by pinball stations and everything else here in the gaming hall. I would have loved to play Mahjong early in the week, but I had better things I wanted to do. So that's just how it goes sometimes. I'm gonna probably do one very, very, very quick run at the merch hall. I don't think I'm gonna be doing too much out of that one. I want to do more Densha Day Go, but it's gonna be hard to beat SS for my Densha Day Go run from yesterday. So we're just leaving it at that, and I'm gonna be intrigued to see if there's any merch that's on sale on one last day of the convention. We'll probably be out here by 4:30. I'll see how that goes. Didn't do particular. Whoops, sorry. Didn't do particularly well on Puzzle Fighter, so I'm now just here at the Double Dash area. And watching these people race Mushroom Bridge. Last thing I'll do for the day before this place closes down.
Right now, Paul is playing the game of, okay, I need some momentum on my side.
Hold on now. There's something to be said about winning your game at the grand final side of things. More than winners for you. Because have you been keeping those hands warm, at least in the backwards, just kind of going out a little bit. Watch the action. So who you're in running it back to yourself. See if Paul got the hot hand or not. Definitely Omega's coming in with the fire right now.
Handling that will allow very well to damage, avoiding a lot of setup. I feel like you can make so much more hurry around it.
And the boom, not going to hit the mark here. A bit of an overshot. The drag down. The down smash still connects. Even though Beast Mode Paul did not get dragged down onto the stage. Great timing from Omega.
Wow, that was brilliant.
Right up there, back there. Yep, it's going to cash out.
Extension.
There's Accelerado waiting for the swing, getting the parry, closing the gap. We saw that being a very big issue for Omega in the first set.
Yep.
The Accelerado in disadvantage was something that Beast Mode Paul kind of got to the center of stage so much time to get first set.
Okay.
And notice how you recognize the drift from the Colorado. You understand that who's going to actually be a cross. Really, really love that from Omega. It seems like they're a little bit more aware on the kind of momentum that Colorado's going to have. He's going to have to be a little more. He's going to snooze, not today. He said, I'm awake right now, baby.
Oh,
Awake right
goodness. Wow, and you can tell that momentum from that light set is snowballing over and pouring over as well. And really letting you know this is still my tournament to lose, Omega. You got to work a little bit harder than that.
And the protagonist.
Oh, snoozing!
What a mistake! Oh my God, bro. JV3 actually. JV3.
Dang, all right, the ref came in and made the call. It's a JV3 here for Beast Mode Paul. And we also mentioned, I think that was 2 crits in a row.
Oh, yeah. Money.
Dang. Paul better hit this casino after too, man.
Hold up.
I don't think they'll leave.
And that's why we're playing wrong.
Patience.
A while to get that grab. You have all sitting in that shield. Just grab them up.
He's going all the way down. Zoom on deck here. At Porto, Beast Mode Paul, I noticed he's in a lot of interesting matchup here. The back there trying to come through, but it's not enough for the stock to zoom.
See where we landed, okay? Unable to predict.
Roll the football. Chase. No, let me get it.
I think the tech chase from the footstool gun can look for the stock here. Mega searching for that 10.
As possible right now. Remember, slight lead. Arson just about fading out. We're going to have to do it vanilla Joker style. For Omega has proven to be very effective in this one.
Yeah. Oh my God, the beater burst gun right there. So clean. That's all that damage.
No, the gun game looking clean, almost getting the end guard as well. But the forward tilt, Beast Mode Ball strikes back immediately.
But we know once it gets to one stock damage does not matter, right?
I don't know, bro.
Big hearts in your favor, man.
There's shenanigans on both sides. Just decide how this one is going to go down. Paul searching through that menu, just accelerate.
Never the hocus pocus. I respect that ball. I respect that ball.
Wow, give an assist to the platform. He lets that up smash rip. Good stuff, Omega. 2-1 lead right now.
You know, probably one of the only times I've seen people fall.
This one, bro. I got it going last hit, last stop.
Game 5 situation here. We'll see. We could get a whole nother set if Omega is able to close this one out, but Paul has been looking really clean throughout this set. We'll see who can bring it home here.
Love that.
You know how to end it right here. Clear the runway to back the stage, but here is Arsene. Better get out of it.
That's full throttle.
Exactly what you need to do. Dodge and weave between that pressure of Arsene. Making the right picks. Nobody home for that one.
Yeah, not the time, but we're going to lose all that our say. Obviously, we're going to get back on stage here. Oops. In that way, and the tech just acknowledged.
Oh my God! What that trip type beat? One stock to go. Paul so close to securing his first MomoCon victory. Omega, the response has to be now.
Yeah, man, that was fire.
Yo, sniping. Stage 2 on the charge there, that side special so strong. And honestly, we haven't even seen Paul using that much in neutral.
Yeah.
And then just going out there with the edge guard, the zoom on deck. Safety guaranteed.
Save the best for last sometimes, man. Game scenario, give them something they haven't seen before. And definitely caught Omega off guard with that one. Arsene, an opportunity to maybe run this back.
Yeah, throughout the set, I mean, Omega has been going too crazy off stage. So, Paul hasn't been going too crazy against Omega off stage.
Right.
So, because of that, I think just the conditioning very strong. On people, Paul's at the footstool. It's enough.
Oh my God! The wings of Arsene. Not enough to get Omega back. Certainly enough to give Paul victory right there. He is your MomoCon 2025 champion. Does it at the 20th anniversary of this. Celebrating with his pops up there. My God, bro. He makes good wings and talented sons.
There you go, man. Beast Mode Paul is your MomoCon champion.
There it is.
Give it up.
Give it up for him, man. Florida's finest right there. Came through, saw, and he damn sure conquered.
With the hero. Dang, man, I did not know the footstool was on the menu, man.
Yeah, man.
He pulled that one out and was able to close out the tournament with that back-to-back edge guards. Beast Mode Paul playing that game 5 so well. The conditioning was set and was able, and in Smash, taking the stocks are the things that it's the most important thing. I think Beast Mode Paul lined up those last 2 stocks, the stage 2 charge on the side special, and second to the last stock, and of course, that footstool on the last stock. Amazing gameplay here at MomoCon.
And it's the fact that he did it with 2 options we hadn't seen yet in the set.
Beautiful.
Had him in the back pocket, saved him for when he needed it most. Kudos to Paul, man. That is an absolute warrior right there. And, you know, they call him
Champion, give it up for Beast Mode Paul! Paul, come over here really quick. Let's have a quick taxi, okay? You and I, we haven't caught up in a spell. You just won grand finals here at MomoCon 2025, 20 years of MomoCon. How does it feel to place your name in that history book?
It feels great. I had a pretty good path for the most of it, but then top 8, I really had to log in. I had to play against good opponents like Omega, like Lima. They were great, but I got the win at the end of the day, so I'm just happy to be here.
No doubt. Now, what was one of your more difficult matches? I mean, you made that look effortless, as you always do when you're playing, but what was one of your more difficult matches throughout the course of the weekend?
It was Omega. It's a hard matchup in general, but also he's just very good at the game, very fundamentally based, so having to lock in a matchup like that is very tough and very difficult.
No doubt about it. Was there any sort of training regimen you had to go into before today? I mean, I'm pretty sure you probably knew I'm going to have to face Omega sometime in top 8.
I mean, there's dedicated practice here and there, but it's mostly just fun reviewing. It's mostly just studying, noticing. Like, even during top 8, I had to watch an Omega match beforehand because I had prepared for light. So then when Omega won, I was like, well, now I have to figure that out. So I had to go in the back and then I had to go to barbecue. But now we're here now, so.
That's right, man. You are a master on and off the sticks. Well, I love that for you. Also, we got 2 grand finals goodies right here, courtesy of Delfino Mazda, and of course, MomoCon. Oh, and the hat too. Go ahead and throw that on. Woo! Look at him, man. Fly guy. Yo, clap it up one more time for Beast Mode Paul. I love that. And also, introducing to the stage, the CEO of MomoCon, Mr. Chris Stuckey. Chris, you have some words for us?
I do. So I want to go ahead and thank the amazing tournaments team, the production team, Kat as the leader for the TOs. Honestly, it was a lot of hard work that you guys made to pull all this together, and I'm just thinking how incredible it was to have Smash another year at MomoCon, and we're really excited that in 2026, we're going to be expanding the gaming space, and we'll be in Hall A in addition to Hall B. So we're looking for an even bigger and better MomoCon 2026. With that said, I want to congratulate our winner, and I want to thank everyone who came out and watched the tournament. It's honestly an incredible thing to see this many people excited about Smash, and it's always going to have a place in my heart. So thank you all.
Give it up one more time, loud as you can, for Chris Stuckey, please. And of course, big shout out to yourselves out there in the Twitch chat. Whether you watched at home, you watched on Jupiter, or you watched here in the audience, we could not have done this without you, friends. This includes MomoCon 2025, and like Chris said, we'll see you in 2026. Peace out and good night.
We are no longer at MomoCon 2025 because we actually enjoyed all 4 days of the convention. That's a departure from previous years. Yeah, we stayed an extra day, so yesterday was just kind of the lie down and just take it easy game. I kind of watched a bit of the Pacers and Knicks game before the rainstorm delayed it. Apparently, I jinxed the Pacers when I was watching that on TV, so that tells you everything. But otherwise, after grand finals of Smash and finishing and not even making podium for Puzzle Fighter, me and my roommate ended up just going back to the hotel before. Right after we got dinner, rather. Dinner was at the German place called Der Biergarten. By the way, it's fantastic service for the record. Waitress that was serving us was excellent. Excellent, I dare say. Even made notes that the MomoCon attendees kind of went through all the meat possibilities on the field. So, hooray, we're giving you guys business. And they were worried that all the options that we were going to order were gone, which, honestly, they had my option anyway, so it worked out beautifully for me. But after the German food, probably a drink down, we headed back to the hotel, kind of used the next 3 hours to just relax and take it easy. We ended up sleeping really early that night, so it was all good. Wasn't like tired at all when I woke up. In fact, I think I woke up maybe a couple times in the middle of the night, but it wasn't anything terrible whatsoever. Got up this morning around 6 in the morning to catch the MARTA train back to the airport. The airport line, bizarrely enough, was actually really, really quick that morning. I only got stopped by TSA, but there was enough time left on the clock for me to make my gate. By enough, I mean at least a couple hours. I was expecting the traffic to be, or the security line rather, to be awful that particular morning. But in my case, not even it was really smooth. Didn't have to wait too long. And just made it to my gate. Flight super uneventful. Another early arrival. So we are 2 for 2 in early arrivals, by the way, this trip, which is really really nice. Didn't even need to gate check my bag, so it was nice too. Made my pit stop over to parents, and we're good for now. But the big thing that I need to show you guys right now is I need to go to the Wolves game. We're gonna be supporting. We need to be sporting our Wolves team here. This is a very terrible retro shirt, so that's all you're gonna get. But we are gonna be sporting the Wolves gear because I'm going to the Wolves game later that evening. So we're gonna go take it easy, the rest of the way. So that will be nice. One nap in, you'll probably not hear the results of the Wolves game in this vlog because that's not relevant. But I had to get that out of the way. Also, Popgun, if you're ever listening to this, I'm sorry that your Pacers blew a 20-point lead. Nothing more to say. Hope you guys enjoyed this MomoCon 2025 vlog. There wasn't much. I feel really good about the vlog here for this one. There wasn't much footage I regret not taking. In fact, I actually got all I wanted out of this particular trip. Got the Splatoon stuff, all the bonuses, even the tournaments, even the chill hangouts. The only thing regret I didn't have was the Mario Kart Double Dash stuff, but I'm kind of content with that. So yeah, this all in all very successful trip, very cool trip overall, and I'm glad I made another venture out to Atlanta. I don't know. I'm not sure what the future holds for me going back to MomoCon. But I'm not going to think about that right now. We're going to think about the present and just see where today goes. Later, you'll probably catch the next vlog. Most likely, Riptide 2025 will be the one coming up next. But we'll see when the next convention vlog happens. Until then, I hope you guys enjoyed all the footage. We'll see you guys next time.